Pluto in the second house. Welcome back, my collective, from the trenches to the cosmos, where we take life lessons from the trenches and align it with the wisdom of the universe. Now, if you have Pluto in your second house, your relationship with money, possession, security, and self-worth is not light. It runs deep. And the mistake most people make is thinking that this placement is only about finances, and it's not. It's not about the bag. The second house is about value. What you value, what you own, and what makes you feel stable, what makes you feel safe, and most importantly, how you measure your own worth. Now, with Pluto here, this is usually an intense emotional pattern around self-value. Now, this could start early in life, but it often becomes stronger during adolescence when comparison begins. Who looks better? Who has more? Who gets more attention? Who seems more wanted? Who seems more confident? And if there was already insecurity underneath that, the comparison hits deeper. So the person adapts. And this is where Gabor Mate's work comes in, that I like to use in astrology, because behavior is not random. A lot of what we call ego, materialism, insecurity, or control is actually adaptation. It's the nervous system trying to protect itself from an old wound. So with Pluto in the second house, a person may start looking outside themselves for proof that they are enough. Money becomes proof, possessions becomes proof, beauty becomes proof, status becomes proof, being desired becomes proof. And it's not because you're shallow, it's because somewhere inside, you don't fully feel valuable without it. And that's the loop. It's like I need something outside of me to prove what I don't fully feel inside of me. And that creates extremes. Now, some people become very driven. They build, they push, they achieve. But even with success, it still doesn't land. They can have money and still fear losing it. They can have stability and still not feel safe. They can be admired and still doubt themselves. Because the deeper issue was never the possession. It was the self-image. That's what Ginger Chalford points to with Pluto in the second house in her book. When value gets tied to what you have, losing something doesn't just feel like loss. It feels like it says something about you. And that's the real fear. What does that mean about my self-worth? That's why the healing here is so powerful, because Pluto forces you to separate your value from what you own. Money can change, appearance can change, people's opinions can change, opportunities can change, but your worth cannot be taken from you. The higher expression of Pluto in the second house is someone who builds from the inside out. They may still become successful, they may still create wealth, but now those things are no longer used to cover insecurity. They become extensions of inner power. That's the transformation. It's not chasing money to feel worthy, not chasing attention to feel valuable, not needing possessions to prove importance, but standing in truth, standing on business. I am valuable before I achieve. I am worthy before I own. I am enough before anyone validates me. That's Pluto in the second house. The wound is worth. The pattern is proving. The healing is the inner value. All right? And that's what I have for Pluto in the second house. Now, if you stay locked in and you subscribe, after I'm done with the Pluto series, I'm going to do a Chiron series. So if Pluto shows you where the trauma is in your natal chart, Chiron will teach you how to heal it and how to put that pain into practical use, that trauma into practical use. So collectors, stay locked in from the trenches to the cosmos, stay blessed, and I'll see you next time. Peace.